Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am Atone. This is Atone Tarot, Sagittarius. You are tuned in for the topic of who's playing in the middle with you. And when I say who's playing in the middle, who's in that middle ground? Someone might be meeting you in the middle, and that's quite all right with you. Somebody might be keeping an eye on you because they don't fully trust you. Or there might be someone you might be playing the middle with, and for good reason. So without further ado, Sag, we're going to get up into your message, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I will be breaking down your message via 3 traditional tarot, pulling 5 cards from each, and I'm going to go past, present, and future. So we're going to take a look at who is attempting to play the middle with you in the past versus present, and who possibly might be wanting to do it in the future, Sag. So if you could please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But otherwise, we're going to get up into this message. All right, Sag. Let's see, for my Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, who is attempting to play that middle space with my Sag. Again, could have been for good reason. Could have been someone you are currently aware of. Or, you know, they could still be in the middle. Because that's where you keeping them at, Sag. You know, we about to see, though. I hope all is well with you guys. To my new viewers, welcome to the channel. For my returning viewers, welcome back. All right, they go 4 cards right there for my Sag as it relates to who was playing the middle. I only need one more. That message came quick. I don't do cards that fall on the floor, but one more. I'm going to see if it comes back out. All right, Sag. So as it relates to who was playing the middle ground with my Sagittarius collective in the past, we have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the Magician. All right, Sag. So it was a couple of people playing the middle ground with you, Sagittarius. Someone strategically watching what you had going on, what you might be manifesting. They were confused. You might have been pulling your energy back or changing how you operated with some individuals that normally you would pair nicely with these 2 kings here. The elements pair nicely. Wands and swords are air and fire, essentially. And those 2 elements go well together. But somewhere along the way, with this 7 of Cups being here, some confusion or someone, I'm picking up 3 card Molly. Like, yeah, don't look over there, look over here. Look at this card, look at this card. Don't look at that card, look at this card. Don't look at this card, don't, you know, they trying to deceive and confuse and create deception purposefully. You know, whether this was you or someone else. Someone got wind of that because someone has been watching what you have been creating, drawing into your life, Sag. And they had some questions around, all right, what Sag got going on over there? Because some people are confused. A couple, at least two with these 2 kings here. Like, wait, what Sag got going on? They just, you know, manifesting and things are just falling into place. How they doing that? Someone's confused. A couple of people are confused as to how you have been able to make some things happen in your world. And these are the individuals that are playing the middle. Now, this middle is getting close enough just so they can see, but not close enough to really contribute to the cause. Right? Somebody being nosy, a couple of people being nosy because they don't feel as though they can see or have the line of sight that maybe they once did with you, or they just feel like they need to have. They got some questions. What's going over there with you, Sag? Yeah, let me take you out to lunch real quick. Right? Being very nice. Wanting, no, I got it. You don't gotta worry about it. You don't gotta worry about the tab. I got you. Getting close enough. Yeah, let me see. What you been up to? Talk to me, baby girl. Talk to me. You know you could talk to me. That type of energy. Just wanting to see what you have going on. And, you know, if I ain't gonna say it feels harmless, because I don't like nosy people. This is nosy energy, right? Just because maybe Sag isn't volunteering information like they once did, and these individuals are noticing, and now they like, hold up, why you ain't telling me your business no more? And that could just be harmless, right? In the sense of people just wanting to know what you have going on, because they may not have too much going on in their lives. But you got to be careful of that, because even unintentionally, people can subconsciously send bad energy your way for whatever you might be manifesting and trying to draw into your life. And you might have noticed that, right, with some of these individuals, because they have been there for you in one capacity or another. They've showed up for you in one capacity or another. They're good to you. They're like family, friends, near, true blue, right? But even those individuals in our lives, when you have something going on, or you're wanting to create or change, or this is showing manifest something greater than what currently exists, and they are not attempting to do that, or they've never done that, or it's just like, you know, people will look at what someone else has going on, and if it's not what they want going on, they'll transfer their lack of trying, wishing, hoping onto you in a negative way, right? Like, well, why you want to do that? Who says you can dream that big, Sag? Who told you you could dream that big? Don't go around here dreaming that big, because you know you go dreaming that big, then I might have to come save you. They insert themselves into the situation when you ain't even asked them one way or another. You know, can you help me? Will you be there in the event that something goes left? You ain't volunteer or ask or cast a line for nothing like that. So a couple of people might be playing the middle just to get close enough to see what you got cooking, or they have in the past. This is representative of the past, your past, of who is playing the middle. And this King of Swords and King of Wands, like I said, this could have been you and someone else who was very close. You know, you always took your ideas, thoughts, grand ideas, you know, to this person, and they may notice or did notice that you stopped doing that. So now they are coming closer, or they attempted to come closer to you in such a way with an offer or with some questions. I won't even say an offer. Ain't no offers here. This is questions. Like you owe them explanation for what you're doing in your life. So, you know, whoever these people are, at some point you did divulge information and seek out their opinions on what you should and shouldn't do. But you've stopped doing that. And those people are the ones playing the middle, because they notice that you have detached in one shape, form, or fashion with them. So let's check out current state. Who's currently playing the middle with my Sag collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? So someone that you used to confide in, consult with, or someone's, because again, there was multiple people there, and I'm really picking up on more than one person. And these individuals being opposite of each other, but they complement nicely, whoever these individuals are. All right, let's see. Current state. Who is playing the middle with my Sag? You know, that 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy. Because those are the ones you got to watch, right? Again, here go your message. Just falling out. All right, let's see. Again, with this King of Wands. So he's continuing on into current and the King of Swords. Whoever it is, past, they in the present too. They are in your present world currently. It might be a relationship with the Lovers being here. A Gemini. One more card, please, Spirit. For who is playing the middle? It's a completely different deck. And both of them kings done came back out. One more card, please, Spirit. There we go. All right. So we have the King of Wands, the King of Swords again, the Lovers, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So again, someone, now they're getting closer. So if at first in the past, you know, they might have just been asking some questions. Oh yeah, where you going? When you coming back? What? How much you spending? Who you doing that with? Oh yeah, they got some questions. Whereas they probably didn't have to ask before. You would volunteer this information. Now, you ain't volunteering. You ain't volunteering, and they notice. And they are taking action towards observing and finding out what you got going on. Be careful, Sag, of someone going through your phone, looking at your social media. They really combing through. They coming at you hard, like you owe them something. Whoever these individuals are. Yeah. Because with this Knight of Swords, that is like someone being very assertive and aggressive with you, as if you owe them something. You owe them an explanation. What you got going on? Who you been hanging with? Yeah. So whoever's playing the middle with you, they are doing it very aggressively. And it's like the audacity. You giving me 50% and you all of a sudden want to go 50-50. When this might have been all the Sag ever wanted to do with these individuals, and or individual. Could, again, just be you and another individual Sag, because the King of Wands is your court card. So this could be you standing your ground up against one other individual who at one point in time you used to consult, confide, and give all of the say to, as it relates to what you wanted to do moving forward in any endeavor that you had going on. But that's changed. And this is a significant partnership with the Lovers being here. And somebody is snooping with the Page of Swords, because they curious. And the only reason they would be curious is if they're not getting the information that they once did. Yeah. Gemini, Aquarius, heavy on the Aquarius with all these swords here. The Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords, and that King of Swords. And you got, like I said, Gemini with the Lovers being here. So whoever this is, or individuals, they were a part of your past, but they are also a part of your current state. And what has happened from past now to where we are currently, they become more aggressive in their tactics on getting information. right? Like, if you're not volunteering it, they're going looking. They're asking others. So be careful. Lock your information down. Keep your information away from these individuals if you can. Yeah, like, they going through all your business. Social media, journals. If you scribble on envelopes and write things down on stickies, they reading everything. They reading everything. My mom used to do that. She used to write her bills down on mail. Like, you could catch, her in a moment of something she was trying to figure out on a piece of mail. And her handwriting was significant and specific, to her. So you knew who wrote it. They gonna know you wrote it. That's what I'm picking up on. You writing stuff down, they looking at what you're writing down. Little notes, they watching it all. So just be mindful. You can even set some traps. I'm not advocating for anything vicious, but I would maybe purposely leave some information out, because this is going to show you, this will snuff out and smoke out whoever these individuals are if you don't know who they are. Put some piece of information out there that maybe not be true. Write something down on a piece of paper and see who brings it up in conversation where you didn't mention it, but you wrote it down somewhere. And see who that is. That's going to tell you who's been lurking and looking through your stuff, Sag. I would do it. I want to see who the snakes in the grass are. Put some blood in the water. See where the sharks show up at. Yeah. You might want to know who is watching who up in here. Who is watching you. Who is observing and getting up into what you got going on. Because you don't want them to interfere. You don't want them to try to even intercede, whether it be energetically, spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally, none of that. You don't want to alert them to none of that, of what your plans are moving forward. Because it really feel like, not that they are attempting to get in your way, but this energy right here is giving, oh no, I can't let Sag get too far away from me, because I need to be able to benefit from that energy. I need to be able to benefit from that work that the Sag is putting in. I need them in direct proximity to me so that I can benefit from their hard work. Yeah. This is somebody who doesn't want to do any work, very lazy, but wants to eat. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean, but they damn sure got the appetite of a lifetime. They ain't got no money, but they always want to go out. They got complaints about how things should be set up, but don't want to bend their back and lift nothing. Always got something to say with this Knight of Swords being here, but ain't got nothing to add to the pot. Like, you're not equally providing and bringing to this situation like you think you are. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Yeah, that's current state. So whoever this is, they carry from past to present. Let's see future. Let's see if they gonna be in the future, Sag. Who is playing the middle with my Sagittarius collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And if you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, Sag. People will ride your coattails, right? They will see what you got going on, and they will just be quiet in the corner, hoping you don't notice that they ain't did a damn thing. But they gonna have their hand out first in line, ready to go when the checks start getting cut. or the money start flowing. Yeah, you gotta watch them. Watch them and clock them, Sag. All right, let's see. 5 cards, please, for my Sagittarius collective. Here we go again. These reoccurring themes. One more card, please, Spirit. All right. This escalates. This is escalating into somebody getting their feelings hurt, cussed out, told about themselves, read to filth. That's what this is giving all the way around the board. I ain't no other way to say it. You got the Knight of Swords in reverse, the 7 of Swords in reverse, the 8 of Wands, the Chariot, and the 5 of Swords. That's furniture moving, secrets coming up and out. Let me tell you how I really feel. Like to hear it go energy. And get the fuck about my as a matter of fact. Run me my keys. Really quick, somebody gets a notification that it is time to go. You gonna stop playing with me. Yeah, this is not something where the Sag takes too kindly, or someone ain't taking too kindly to the amount of pressure, expectation, lack of assistance in the situation that is being administered here. Yeah, somebody gets fed up, or some information is revealed, and once something comes up and out, it's like the cherry on top, and kaboom, the whole thing is done real quick. Yeah, you thought I didn't know that you were playing in my face, but now I do know for certain that you are, and you did, and this is what you can do. This is how you can move now with me. Exit stage left. But not before somebody has a blow up. I don't know if somebody applies pressure to you, Sag, or you just get totally ticked off. I'm about to clarify this 5 of Swords and this Knight of Swords energy, as well as this 7 of Swords, because these swords right here, baby, with this 8 of Wands and this Chariot, that's quick movement and change of direction. But now somebody has to physically move with this Chariot being here. You got to get out. You got to go. You have to depart. There has to be movement. This is a lot of movement, and it's happening quickly, all at the center of these cards right here, because now something is known that can't be unknown, seen that can't be unseen, heard that can't be unheard, something said that cannot be unsaid, that just changes the whole nature of the situation. So let's see what's going on. And again, the Knight is forward movement. That's just like the Chariot. Chariot is movement, a vehicle. Pack it up, get out, go. We have to move, and we have to move quickly with this 8 of Wands. So why is this Knight of Swords here, Spirit, for my Sag? Page of Coins. This is a lesson. Somebody is about to learn a lesson about somebody, and somebody has to take what they can get with this Page of Coins. Cut your losses. Cut your losses at this point. Be like, I'd rather spend this money to sleep in a hotel than to sleep next to you. And I may not necessarily have the money to go stay in this hotel, but if I don't spend the money on this hotel, somebody might go to jail tonight. So let's see, why is this 5 of Wands? Because this is an argument, a major argument. A major argument about some information being revealed. Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody who thought somebody was a wish come true. I thought we was better than this. I thought you were better than this. I thought you had more respect for me. And I come to find out you don't. You disrespected me. You got my name in ruins out here in the street. Yeah, this right here is like the Nine of Cups is overindulgence in alcohol. It can be seen that way in reverse, right? So what drives one to drink in this particular situation? Somebody who you thought was going to be a better look than what they were. All right, and what is the Seven of Swords about? That's the Page of Swords in reverse. Now, again, remember I told you in the current situation, if I were you, I would write something down, put, like set a trap. Write something down that's not true on a piece of paper, leave it out, see who goes through your stuff and raises that thing or even recites it out of their mouth. And then you know who has been going through your stuff and who has been observing, watching, and trying to see what is going on with you beyond what you are volunteering. They're taking it upon themselves to go find out what you got going on. And it's none of their business, Sag, if you didn't volunteer it. I'm getting angry for you. So my apologies, because I ain't like that. Did not like that. With that Page of Swords in reverse, that is somebody crossing the line as it relates to you looking through someone's personal information. That is someone getting someone's social security, personal information, and opening up a credit card. That is somebody just violating your personal business. So watch your information, Sag. Watch all of your personal details, your bank account information. Don't leave it out. Don't leave it out. Don't allow people to have access or be around information that they can call up the bank and plug in some numbers and start getting details around what you got going on. Yeah, somebody's playing the middle because they sack chasing. They watching your pockets. They watching what you're doing. And you might not even have a large bank account balance, but somebody may want the details of your comings and goings. So it's not necessarily the balance they're after. Where was Sag on this day? So let me see what transactions took place on November 28th, because now I need to know where they were at, how much money they spent. They all up in it. And that's definitely not any of anyone's business. No, you're not on the phone with my bank. No, you're not on the phone with the mortgage company creating a loan, taking out the equity of the home. Like, again, if this is not your message, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But I'm just here to tell you, watch your personal information, because with them swords and kings continuing from past, present to future, Sag, somebody or somebody's is definitely keeping an eye on you, and they want to keep you close enough and make it appear as if they are meeting you in the middle. They're giving you what you want, and you should come and give them now some information. You should come now and help them stand up whatever endeavor they want to embark on at this point in their life. No, Sag. I know you have this project or this responsibility going on. Don't worry about that. You got the strength of 20, so you can help me with that and this. You can do what you need to do for you and me, because that will just make for a better situation for all of us, wouldn't it? They got you convinced, or maybe they did at some point had you convinced to be down for the cause, put in your work and push this muscle and hustle for the cause, Sag. We getting it over here. You know, they got you or had you believing that y'all were both working towards a similar goal, but you looked up to your left and to your right and only found that you was the one working. You was the one marching towards the finish line while everybody was back in the wagon, letting you carry and pull them. No more. The Sag recognized that and just stopped. They stopped pulling the wagon. And people noticed that the wagon wasn't moving no more. So they looking like, wait, why Sag ain't pulling this wagon? Hold up. Hey, Sag, you need some water? You thirsty? Come on, have a seat. Take a breath. Making it seem like they care about your well-being. No, they just trying to get you fueled up and ready to go to continue to pull that damn wagon. Again, I love analogies. So you know how this works and is applying to your life, and if or not. You know what I mean? So that is what I'm picking up. I hope that it helps. And until next time, Sag, peace.